Let me tell you the truth. For any success in business or career, 90% is your mindset. 90%. 10% credit goes to the activities or actions. But if you don't have the right mindset, you would not have the right activities. And that is why mindset is very, very critical. And that is where we are working initially in this program on your mindset. Most people, including many corporate professionals, think that it's about their physical and mental capabilities. So they have a good physical structure, which most people have. They are fine over there. If they are plus minus 40, if their body is working fine, they don't care what will happen when they reach close to 60. They don't care about going to gym, doing yoga, anything, right? At the age of 40, because they could still survive. But by the time they have difficulty, it would be too late. So that's physical side. Normally we don't pay attention. We are completely focused on our mental capabilities, living in our job, thinking about job all the time. Now, let me ask you, look at some of the role models you have in your life. That could be very successful senior level corporate executives, or some business leaders, or some other people who have very, very fulfilled life. What is the difference between them and you? Let's start with physical. Probably the same. They had the same physical structure. God provides the same strength to more or less all the people. So there is not much differences on the physical properties of us and the people who have really succeeded very well with a lot of achievement in their life. So why we don't reach to that level? Then you check next is mental. What about the mental capabilities? You'd be surprised to know that mental capabilities of the educated people like you and me also probably very close, very same, not much difference. Although we think that if someone becomes the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, they are extremely intelligent than us. Wrong. There has been verified statistics that the IQ level of those people is not much different than the IQ level of people like us. So average IQ is somewhere 100, 110. They are also in the range of 110, maybe 20, 120. So it's also not the mental capabilities which make the difference. Then you see two more boxes on this slide, which not many people talk about, which are very, very important. Social, emotional, and spiritual. Now, what is social, emotional? Of course, social, we take it as networking, which is helpful, but emotional is always taken in the wrong meaning, as a bad thing. If you think you are emotional, it's bad. I need to control my emotions. And spiritual, many people even don't reach up to there. Now, emotional is a very powerful strength. Now, there is positive emotions, but the main difference, according to the research and statistics, between the high-level successful executive and ordinary people is their emotional strength. That makes the difference, or also spiritual strength. So their physical and mental capabilities are probably more or less the same as ordinary people, but all the difference they make in the emotional side. And that's what we are going to talk a lot in this program. Because in this program, we are trying to learn the shortcuts, which really help you to speed up your career journey. And you are already a well-educated, intelligent person. You are physically fine. Maybe you could enhance physical side by going to gym and doing some exercises. But otherwise, you have 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 eyes, 2 ears, which most people have. So functionality of the physical side and mental side is probably already there, which is required. What we need to enhance is the social, emotional strength and the spiritual strength. And I'll explain you in a second what do we mean by that. Okay. So let's look at a baby again and see how the human development happens. When a baby is born, their growth is mostly on the physical side, or all the time on the physical side when they're growing like a baby. Every month, every 6 months, every year, they're growing physically, right? So physical growth comes first for the human development. Then as they are growing up, from an infant to become a toddler to a young child, they are developing a lot of emotional development. They started to recognize their mom, dad, family members, and a lot of emotions are coming up. So physical side development first, then emotional side. And as they started to go to elementary school, they are developing their mental side, right? That's the logical sequence of human development. And many people even never reach to the spiritual level, so let's not touch that, right? Okay. So now we are talking about mature adults like you and me, right? And based on certain circumstances, we have developed certain habits, good or bad. We are where we are, right? And now we are matured enough to understand that what do I need to change to make my life best or better? What do I need to change? But change is a challenge, right? Change is really a great challenge for most of people. Why change happens? It cannot happen because of the logical reasoning. So people who smoke habitually, they understand smoking is not good, but they struggle to quit smoking. There is all the logical reasons. You have all the logical reasons to go to gym, but you don't go there. Most of the people don't go there, right? So intelligent intellectual reasoning is not enough. But if there is a spiritual or emotional reasoning, we make very quick decisions. So think of this, when we follow fasting for religious reasons, there is a spiritual energy in us, right? In normal days, skipping one meal is hell of a challenge, right? But in fasting days, because of a spiritual reason, we get some strength. And it's very doable for us to pass through the entire day without eating, drinking, anything. That's a spiritual energy, or also emotional. People do many things for their families, which they normally don't do for other people. It's an emotional attachment. So that's what we are talking about. When you talk about bringing change, it's not the logical or intellectual reasoning. It's the emotional and spiritual force which makes a change. And that is what we are going to exploit in this program. Not many people do it. There is a good news and bad news. Bad news for 95% people, they won't do. They don't know what they don't know, right? They would remain in their comfort zone. That's a bad news for them. It's a good news for you, because they would never be in the box 2 and box 3. And for you, it's a good news because there is less competition. It's a good news because not many people will try to explode and exploit their emotional and spiritual energy. So you have less competition to make progress. So in order to drive change, this is another slide which explains very well. So you need to understand these frameworks very well, deeply right now, because this will really drive a change in you. So in this slide, you see the 4 areas, what I just explained: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. But here, it's upward, it's upward from the spiritual base. So let's start from the spiritual body. What is the spiritual? When you have clarified your life purpose, your life vision, you have meanings, you have beliefs, you have core values. What is that? That's in spiritual. You become clarified about your life purpose and vision. It's a lot of energy, right? That is spiritual reasoning, vision, mission, core values. You come to your intellectual capability and you explain the reasoning why you want to do that. Knowledge, creativity, excellence, right? And when you combine your mental and spiritual reasoning, it creates a lot of emotional energy. What is passion, commitment, integrity, loyalty, courage? It's all emotions, right? Positive emotions. And once you are able to create these positive emotions, it results in change habits, peak performance, exercise, sleep, whatever you call it. That's the framework we are talking about. What we'll try to do is try to awaken your spiritual and emotional energy and bring it into the physical side, practical side, where you could apply much faster, much deeper, better than other people. So another framework, now this talking about so far, this chart you see, it looks a little complex, but it's not. It's very simple. There are 2 axes. One is the meaning, what we are talking about: life meaning, life clarity, life purpose, life mission, the vertical side. And on the other side is the performance side, the activity, the working hard. And there are 4 boxes as well. So first box is for the people who do not have any meaning, clarity of life, purpose, and also do not really work hard. They are the people in the box 1, don't know what they don't know. And they are in their comfort zone, although they are very unlucky people. And I think none of them are here in this program, in this group. I can't even from the box 1 are here because you guys are already in some action. Most of you probably fit into box 2 and box 3 here. What is box 3? Sorry, box 2. Box 2 is for the people who are working very hard. It actually applies to most of the people in their job. Very committed to their job, working very hard, but don't know what's going to get out of it, except that they are surviving in their job. They are making to paycheck. Low meaning, high performance. Mainly workaholics people. Box 3. On the other hand, sorry, box 2. Box 3, there are people who are dreamers, are all the time planning for futures, but not doing much. Not doing much. Nothing will happen. They are dreamers. It is not really reach box 2 and box 3. I said that box 3, some of our goal is to reach you box 4, which is self-actualizer. It's a fine combination of a good dreamer and a good worker, a good performer. When you have clarity of life purpose, life, then you fulfill your life, enjoy work, deliver peak performance. That's what we are talking about. So just to, at this stage, just to understand what do we mean by peak performance, it's not working 16 hours a day. It's not about hours. It's about creating a fine combination of our mental clarity, emotional strength, and what we do in our life day-to-day basis.